You've always wanted to start your online courses or have digital products and you are intimidated, you feel like you can't do it and it's just too hard. Well, guess what? It is so hard, but you can do it. And it will be tough, but I've been learning how to go on and create online courses, digital products, ebooks, and it has been a challenge, let me tell you. But I have my hair course out. I am using Samcart. I started off on Kajabi. Now I am using Samcart. Oh, and then I went to StanStore right after Kajabi. But I really like Samcart because in your checkout pages, you can put order bumps and you can put your other digital products, other digital videos, and the sky's the limit on what you can do with it and have it on one page so they're not hopping around trying to find where your other products are. So I am still learning Samcart, but it is awesome. So that's all I have to say. And very, very time consuming, but you can do this. Now, teaching for me is a little out of my comfort zone, so this is why it is going to be very, very tedious. I don't know if that's the right word, but very slow because I'm trying to find my way around to show you. So in Samcart, when you go to home, you're going to be setting up your branding. Now for me, these aren't my branding. Well, these two are the green and the pink, but everything else, I just kind of have it up now because when I had the green and pink, some reason with my checkout pages, all the things were showing up really light and nothing was showing up. So I just kind of set it to black and then I just create it when I do my checkout pages and I kind of put my own colors. Sometimes I'll use my branding, sometimes I won't. It's up to you. A lot of people only use their branding with checkout pages or whatever. I don't really use landing pages right now because I don't really want a bunch of funnels. And that's what you learn in the other two storefronts, which is Kajabi and StanStore. So this just leads them right to a checkout page. Now I do know there's certain incidences that I know you use a landing page, but I haven't really gotten that far yet. The coach that I just hired recently is Maria Went, and she teaches low ticket, and you have a bunch of things underneath that you add into your checkout. So I'll go over that later, and that just adds up. So you go into here, and I don't have anything here because it says buy now. So I don't really feel like you need that in here. I do have my image up, which you put over here, and then you put in some type of image in here, upload file. So I haven't really did that either. And I just, like I said, have that on black. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to the part where it shows my products, and these are my checkout pages. This isn't the actual course. This is the name of my course, but this is where I have my checkout page. And this isn't going to be an easy thing to learn. I spent on each task, almost every task, I spend almost 2 to 3 days. I have to leave, come back, take a breather between asking Google and AI, their AI on Google, ChatGPT, and just trying to find out what's going on, contacting support. It's been a challenge, but I really do love this storefront. So when you are creating your checkout page, you want to go into this part. So this is not going to have anything here to start. It's blank. And you're going to go to create your product. You're going to name what you want your hair course, for example. If you are doing a digital ebook or guide, you're going to name it here still. Then you're going to go on to put the product price. I always leave it on digital product or service. This are the other things I haven't used yet. Physical product, if you do have one. Digital description, which I guess that's if they get a subscription from you. The physical subscription, I'm not sure what that is. I haven't used that. So all of my stuff's online, so I don't even use that. Pay what you want. You could do that in payments, but I always use mine as just this because it is low ticket. Then you put your upload. I use mock-ups, which I did have the mock-ups that was already purchased in one of her courses, and I will show you what those look like too. And you put description, what it's about, what you're helping people with. So you don't hit add a digital product. After you fill in all of this, you're going to hit create product and exit out of there. So that's going to pop up whatever you're doing on here. I know this is one of my order bumps, which I haven't added on yet. It does say live, but I don't even have it as part of the upload, so it's not even going to show. So I don't really have to worry about that, I don't believe. I haven't had anything pop up that it's showing, so I haven't even created the order bump yet. This is just the product. So I do have some of my videos already in the downloads I got to go through to put that up. And this is just my digital hair tracker, and I will go over that later. So apps is where your courses are. You're going to hit course platform, hit courses, and then you're going to, so this is one of my mock-ups here. And I got a little better with it as you go. I made it bigger, but because, it's just everything's learning. And so this is going to show my URL for that product when I do copy paste it. And I put my description in here, welcome to the course and whatnot. So hair growth blueprint. And so these are the unit and lessons. You could actually schedule things out after, I believe when they finish one, they have to finish it to go into the next one. I haven't did that. Mine is just, as you go. And I may do that at some point, but when you are in the lessons and you go into the benefits of hair oiling, that's one of my things. So you go on to here to the edit part. This is where you upload everything. So this is all going to be blank. It's not going to have this. So on your image, you're going to put your image in that you want. So I have me with the hair oil. This is your video. You're going to want to make sure this stays on video when you save it, because when I did a test to email myself to see if this was going, I only had image, and that's the only thing that was showing in the course. So they weren't able to get the video. But it'll show up bigger. So this is just, oh, it's not going to show. It's not going to be able to hear it just because it's, so that is, they'll be able to play that, and it'll be bigger, of course, in the course when they get the email. And so I'm just going to hit save just in case, because it might save to the image and I don't want that. So all the things that you're going to be doing on here, if you're doing downloads, quizzes, worksheets, are going to be here. If you are going to put, oops, so you're going to do a add down, oh wait, you're going to do, I want to make sure, I believe it's add download. So that is where it's going to bring up, you're going to go in, you're going to get your PDF or whatever you're doing for your homework or whatever you want for them, extra guides, that'll be in there. And I can, let's see what it looks like. I know I have, it's been a while since I looked at the lessons. So in here, so Indian hair powders for shampoos and mask, I believe it'll be in this one. That's if you're bleaching your hair. I do have something in here too, so I'll show you. So this is what it's going to look like. You're going to see this hair product for bleached hair. And that was, something that when you do get the email, they're going to be able to click on that download. And I do tell them in the description, there is this one doesn't say, yeah, get your download for a guide if you're bleaching your hair. So that is where that's going to be. And I do need to go over everything and make sure everything's on video, because I don't know. I know I'm pretty sure that I did check everything, but so there's a couple different styles of doing your products when you create. So this is the name of my product. How I got that is Maria Went has a viral courses or viral, names to name your courses or your ebooks. That's how I got this name, by doing a test. It asks you questions, her AI tracker, and you just put in, what your accomplishments are for your course, and that's kind of how I come up with this. And you could change it again. If you don't really like it, you can go back in and redo it. It'll give you a different name. You could also do it for ebooks and just whatever lessons or not lessons, journals, trackers, whatever you want, not tracker, but if you're doing like things like that or guides, ebook guides. So I'm going to go into this. And this is where you put your description in, there again, if you're tired of seeing more hair in your brush, just whatever your course is on, and, what you're doing to help them, what they will get out of it, and your amount of your hair course, which is $27. Now you ask, how are you supposed to make money? Well, by doing order bumps, that is how you start getting all these different amounts in there, for an ebook. For under that, if I put my order bump in, which I'll show you, it'll be example 24. Then you put another guide under, it's 17, or so on. You put a bunch underneath your actual course, it's an option for them to get. By the time I finish getting Maria's courses, because I got her 24 for 24 in her courses, it ended up coming out to be like $450. So that is how you could start doing these order bumps, and you have all this extra knowledge in there for them, all these extra things that you could help them, and not just tips. You're guiding them, you're showing them what you did, you're getting them to where they can get the help and have success. Like, everybody's story is different. Everybody is going to have a different journey. You do want to make sure you put that there. You want to put that in your course. That is a disclaimer. So, that's what I usually do. Show up and do the work. And I don't really do anything with these. I just leave them off because it's show address, show number. I don't need to do that. And this right here is where you're going to put your order bumps if you do have something extra, which is very confusing, I'm telling you, but it's possible. Yeah, I'm getting it, and you can too. The offer, this is where you do an upsell if you want to add additional things. I mean, I haven't messed with the upsells yet. I'm just doing order bump so far, and I have 2 built, but I have only one, the hair tracker, as an order bump. So this is going to be blank. You're going to see, I believe it says like create your first order bump. Well, this is what it looks like after. You can change it up. Of course, it's not going to be like mine. And then you could put a description here, which is over here in edit. You're going to have it down here. You put, again, include the weekly hair health tracker and scoring tool. And then it tells about your hair, what it does, a little bit of a description. This is just a little picture of a tracker that I created in Canva. You could fit it, or you could fill it. Oh, I don't know why I'm pointing like that. You can't see what I'm talking about. I don't know. This is confusing me. I forgot I was on Loom. I'm like, over here. Anyway, it's up here. I could figure you can see my screen. I'm like, what a dork. Anyway, so it's right here. And this is just the design. You could it's not really a big, like, major thing. You just buttons or checkbox. There's a checkbox you could check, or this add to order. That's what this is, so they can know it's an add-on. Left, right, border style. I haven't really did that. I guess I could look. I don't know. Oh, I see it. I don't know. So anyway, that's just, and then you save changes just in case. And then this digital tracker is going to end up right here. So this is where that order bump is. Well, actually, let me back it up real quick. I created that in here for this, but how I created this to pop up here, this was in here before I did this. I'm going too fast. I created the product as well for the digital. So you go into this again and you do your digital tracker, whatever you're going to name it, hair tracker. And then you're going to put the price in, you're going to put a photo or whatever, an image. And then that's where I got that. And then you're going to put a description here. And then again, you're going to hit create and you're going to exit. So that'll be up here. Then you're going to go to that product and you're going to do that offer and then do your order bump, because that'll be created in there. How I got the digital tracker to go into here, I use Netleafy. I had Claude build me the tracker, okay? When I did this, first of all, when you go into digital, this is already created. It's the Netleafy app. So before that, it's going to be a thing here. It looks like a paper almost, and it's going to say upload or download. You don't use the download button. You hit select, then you're going to hit URL, and then you're going to copy paste this. Where'd it go? Here, you're gonna copy that. You're gonna go over back to your products, and whatever that thing is, it looks like this, but it's another area. You're gonna make sure you put the HTTPS in there, and then I'm gonna copy paste this after, and so my digital product will be in there now. So for instance, if I'm going into, this is gonna take my face off, but if I'm in here and I click on this, once they click it on, it's gonna show this, which is my digital tracker. Oh, I did pop up. And so that is where this is. And so it's a URL because it's something that's always clicked on. If you hit download and you do it, it's not going to work. This way people can go on continuously when they purchase the course, and they're going to be able to constantly, I suggest them on I think I wrote it out in the description to check it once a week, because if you're checking every day, you're not going to see that much progress in your hair. I mean, it's going to become almost obsessive, because that's what I used to do to my hair. So as I go back into the product where my checkout page is, I'm going to go to design and convert. Now there's a couple styles that you can create from. You could do the page AI, helps you create your checkout page or your landing page. So the design new page is where you're going to go to create the brand new one. So if you see that, this doesn't have, it's not published. This one is the top one. But if you keep hitting AI, it's going to keep on bringing rows of stuff on there. Now, the classic page builder is more of Maria Wentz style. It's 2 columns, and it, let's see, I probably have it in here what it looks like. This is the old one. I deleted this one because that's what I first started one on, and then I went to Classic Builder. Now the Classic Builder is not available any longer. So I found out by my Facebook group for Maria Wentz courses, somebody told me that you have to go in and you email support and tell them that you're in her course. Because the first time I did it, I asked for the Classic Builder and they said it wasn't available. Then I found that out and I emailed them back and said I'm in her course. So then they gave me access to do this in an email link, and then I created it. But I tried to upload that URL with the digital tracker, and it would not work. I was days, and then I kept messaging. Well, not kept, but I messaged them, and then I went on to Google. I went on to ChatGPT. I just was trying to find out the answers. Finally, Google AI told me that you cannot do your tracker in the Classic Builder. So that's the last that I heard. So I went back and I created the AI again from scratch, which I'm still learning. It's very finicky to me. But this is what the classic one looks like. I'll show you that. This is how I got it. So it's on the left side. It's the 2 column. This is where my add to order for the digital tracker is. And of course my mock-ups. And then you place order, or you select it if you want both. I do like this style, but it was very limited, I feel, and I just couldn't upload the tracker, is why I just went back to the AI. And I really want my digital trackers. Oops, let's see. But I bumped myself all the way out. So that was, why I'm not doing it. So that's not even, uploaded. So what this one looks like, it just takes a second. So this is, you create everything from the left side, you change up everything. I have this here. I'm still not sure when I go over to text to try to change the size. It's very tricky. I can't get it to work. So on this side, what I do is I highlight it, and then I use what is it? So it has heading 1, 2, 3, and it can make it bigger, smaller. If you want it really big, then you're going to have to figure this part out. I haven't really researched. I mean, I have researched it and I watched videos, but I still was confused. So that is, kind of where I'm at with that. But what is included in this program, I have everything from my courses. Then I put a small disclaimer here, like I said. And then you just can put why I created this. Again, you put in what, your story maybe or something. Frequently asked questions is what I have here. And everything you're just typing in over here and it comes over here. So if you don't like certain things, you could just delete it. Here's the delete. Click to buy. That's on the bottom. You can see what it looks like on your mobile opposed to, the computer. You could check it up here, what it looks like, the preview. And if you see this, that's just pretty much what it looks like. Oh, way over here. And then once you're done creating everything you like, you could switch up things. If you don't like this style, wait, I'm not going to do it on here. So I'm going to go back out of here just really quick. I don't want to really even try to mess with it or anything just in case. I get out of here. Okay. So this is an older one that I was messing with to show the second one that I haven't, uploaded anything. When you are creating and you want to change it, you could always do a different template right here. You see the template, and then you can go in and you change it if you want. Because this is the one I picked before. You could change it to, something like that. Oh, this is going to have the old one in there. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to go delete everything like that. But and that's not deleting. So anyway, so I'm just going to hit done. And you could delete it from over here as well. Delete. So, I'm not going to go too much into it because you could mess with it and hit deletes and things like that. This one is a style I like the 2. So you just name it My Hair Course or whatever your course is. That's generic, but And I kind of forgot what I was saying. Why I was going to show you this. I know that I was just showing you where you can go to create the, to do your style, do whatever you want to do. You could also change this background, which there again has taken me a really long time. You could change up the copy. Like the border or the text to different colors. See how it changes. You could take the back off. You could change the backgrounds to your, what is it called? Your branding. If you go here, oops, background, and then, oh, that's the image. I know there's a color. I think it's right here. I think you could reset it. You could do different things. I really haven't really messed with it. I tried to for a bit and I was messing up. So that is something that you're going to want to make sure you really take time to get into that. Colors, same thing, background, that's the same one. Or you can do customize. It's a little different too. You could do, title, that's the title. Accent, let's see, background, let's see. Doesn't really, save as new. Okay, that's bullet points and stuff. So yeah, you just have to spend a really good amount of time with it. But I just kind of, got it to where I liked it. And okay. Make sure this one's the same. Okay, so that's all the same. Also in here, if you go into your product and you, oh, hold on, let me go back. Sorry about that. You hit test, okay? Then when you go in and you test it to see if it goes to your email, you're gonna go in here, just do this copy paste. It's gonna say test. I'm not gonna put it on test, but it's gonna say test up here. You're going to be giving a code or a card number, which is a test card number. You're going to have your email, your first and last name. You're going to hit it to 42424242, lines of the 4242s all the way across. You're going to put, of course, a later date, a security code 123 or whatever, zip code 90210. So when you hit this, it's going to bump it up to 44 instead of 27 if you're adding on the digital tracker. And then you're going to get an email and see if it works. You're going to actually go onto your email and test it out. And then you're going to be able to get the course and the digital product. So that will be something that you could just, make sure everything's working, because believe me, I've had to do so many, what is it? Command shift R's, which is a reset or whatever. So it doesn't work because it catches. So you have to do that sometimes. So yes, it is pretty amazing what you can do with Samcart. I'm trying to think what else that I need to show you. This is just an order bump that I'm going to be doing to my course. It's going to be something if you are bleaching your hair, even though I talk about giving your hair a break with bleach. I know, that a lot of women still love to stick with the bleaching, even though I say take a break in my hair course. And I do have other things in there to help you instead of bleaching to keep up with your roots. So there's some things in there as well in the main course. Another cool thing is I use ManyChat, and that just gives you a chance in Instagram to do comment the word, comment me, or comment hair, comment guide if you want the guide to start growing your hair out, whatever your course is. I really do like that a lot. It gives you a chance to do that. I spend $15 a month on the basic. And everything in the beginning, I am going to do basic because I am new to the online courses still. Also, I do have my link in the bio in Instagram. And I also guide people to go to the bio sometimes. If I don't use the comments, I try to use the comment quite often in Instagram. And so they know to go and comment to get your link to start your courses. If you have a guide, an ebook, same thing, go to or go comment guide or whatever you're using the word to get my hair guide, to get my or to get your hair guide or whatever, you want to use the wording. I'm getting better at that as well because I do get stumped up when I'm talking. So this is just a little bit that I kind of want to cover on Samcart. If I'm missing anything, I'm sure, there's a lot that I'm missing, because when you create your, when you put in these products, the only thing I didn't put in is my digital in here. So when I did this product here, I had to go to apps, back into your course, so it could actually be up and going. And then I go back into my course, and then I go into assign products. So here I have my products. So what I'm going to do is I have the actual course here. I'm going to go to assign or unassign. So assign, then you go back. Well, before I do that, sorry, I'm going to go back into the product really quick. This won't take that long, I promise. Like I said, this whole showing you, it's a little, it takes me a minute. Then I'm going to go back into where I can get the link to the one I'm using for the course and click on that. Okay, click on the link. Then you're going to go back into apps, go into course platform, go into the courses, go back into there where your course is. And then I'm going to go to assign product. This is really, it took me forever. I didn't know why it wasn't uploading. This is a big step. You go to assign products. You're going to copy, I think it's this side, assign products. Yeah. Copy paste here. and it's going to click on here like it did here, and you're going to hit save. And I don't want to do it again because I don't want to unassign it and everything again, but that's what you do on there. So when I go to do my order bump in here, and my allergies are going, whew, then I'm going to do it in here. Because this is a normal order bump. This is a tracker that has to be done by a URL. It's done through Claude. It's different, so I didn't have to put that in there. I did not. Okay, I just got to make sure when I pause it, it takes a minute to go back on, so I got to make sure it's going. But like I said, so it does take a little bit of research, and I just want you to know that if you have any questions, anything that you want to ask me about getting started, go ahead and comment, let me know. I will have my link for you to start your hair growth course, as well as that digital hair tracker, which is an option for you to select. And I don't know if I showed you because I redid this. This is what it looks like. I did another video as well. But you just put in what you're, going through your struggles with your hair. Or, this is mine. But if you're creating something and you want to create trackers and learn how to do them, then you could do it for your business. You just put, you go down the thing, you spend time, and it asks you what your problems you're having with your hair. I mean, it goes on down, and you do your water intake, your sleep, your stress, and what you did, your hair dryness level, your shedding today, and wore protective hairstyles, and when's the last time you bleached? 6 weeks ago. Did you deep condition? You put what you did. So get your results. And you're 28 because it's low. You didn't fill in everything. This will guide you through everything that you need to do, from hydrating to prioritizing. Okay. Prioritize. Why can't I say that word? Anyway, your sleep. Oh my God, I still can't say it. Your hair is thirsty. Address your shedding and whatnot. So it just gives you guidance on what to do for that. So that is really awesome. And just, I could change it up. I'm going to do new trackers. You can do so many things. You could do calendars. You can do check, things that you want to check off. And it is amazing what you can do with these hair trackers, or just trackers for your business. So I really appreciate you tuning into my tutorial. And I know it's not perfect, but this can be done. And I did not know any of this stuff. So I am teaching myself with the help, of course, with, going on to research it. And of course, you have to do that. But I haven't found any courses that really teach you step by step. You're basically learning from scratch. So I hope you ladies have a great day and stay positive, and really, really think about getting your own courses if that's something that you've always wanted to do. Thank you again.